Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Visitors by Palfly Kampling. So this continues our XSums theme week. We have a few XSum clues in the grid, of course, but let's go over all the rules. So we have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules, so in each row, each column, and each 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. So we have these purple lines in the grid. These are Renban lines. So let's do this one. This one's fun. The way these work is we need a set of non-repeating consecutive digits on the line. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6. But the order doesn't matter. So let's say it was 4, 5, 6. We could do the 4 here, the 5 here, and the 6 here, for example. Or we could swap these, or we could swap these, or we could swap these. It doesn't matter. The order doesn't matter. Just if you take them as a whole, they are a consecutive run of digits. No repeats. So normally in Sudoku we could put a 4 here and a 4 here, but because there's a Renban here, that's not gonna fly. All right, and then the digits outside the grid, you can probably guess, are XSums. So let's take this 8 for example. Whatever digit is here, that is going to be the count of how many cells we use to add to the clue. So let's say this was a 3. That means that we are using 3 cells, these 3, to sum to 8. So it includes the count itself. So we already have 3. So these two then sum to 5. So we could do, say, 4, 1. So 3 plus 4 plus 1 is 8. That fulfills our clue. If this was instead of 2, it means we're using 2 cells to add to 8. So we need to put a 6 here. And this would be 2 plus 6 is 8. All right. And that's it. Those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself. And I'm going to get started right now. It feels like top left corner is the place to start. We've got a Renban here and we've got a 10. So 10 is quite limited. First of all, you can't ever put a 1 next to an XSum clue unless it's a 1 clue, because you're always going to add to 1 in one cell because the 1 is filled already. If we do a 2, we'd have to do 2, 8, which is possible in a 9x9, but in a 6x6, we don't have the number 8. So 3 is our minimum. We can definitely do it in 3. For example, with the 3 here, these 2 cells would then add to 7. We're ignoring the Renban for a second. These 2 would add to 7, so we could do 1, 6. We could do 2, 5. We cannot do 3, 4 because the 3 is already used. So 1, 6, 2, 5. So there's 2 options with 3. Now, if this was a 4, you actually have to be the minimum. We have to do a 1, 2, 3 across here because the minimum 1, 2, 3, 4 adds to 10. So definitely we're not going to 5. That would be 15 minimum. So this is definitely a 3 or a 4. Now, is there a problem with doing 3? Because we can't do 1, 6 and 2, 5. So 2, 3, 5 is not a proper Renban. And 1, 3, 6 is definitely not. None of those is a consecutive set. So 3 doesn't actually work. So we have to do the 4. And these are from 1, 2, 3, but the 1 is too far away from the 4. So this is our 1. 1 is never going to be in a 3-cell Renban with a 4. You can't bridge the gap. So that makes this a 5, 6 pair. All right, cool. So that was a good starting place. This 6 might be interesting because this cell is down to 2 or 3 only. We can't use both 2 and 3. So for 6, we could definitely do 2, 4. That's a very likely option. If we did 3, this is the issue. The minimum 3 cells add to is 6, meaning we have to do the minimum. We have to do 1, 2, 3. And a 1, 2, 3 here breaks this cell. This would have no value possible. So it's not 3, it is 2, and then this is 4. Now this Renban has to stay in range of the 4. So we could do up to 5, 6, and we can go down to 2, 3. So I guess I'll pencil that. This is 3 and 2. Here, how about this? This is from 1, 5, 6. We are not putting a 1 on a 3-cell Renban. We're not putting a 1 with a 5 or a 6. So the 1 can't go on here. So the 1 ends up there. This is a 5, 6 pair. And then with 5, 6, we have to put a 4. It's the only option. All right. This is an 8 clue. So 8 can be 2. It could be 2, 6. The other option is it's a 3, in which case these 2 would add to, let's do 3 on its own. If this was a 3, these 2 would add to, add to 5. And here's the problem. 4 is used, so we can't do 1, 4. And 3 is used, so we can't do 2, 3. So we're not able to reach 8 and 3. So this has to be 2, 6, giving us the 5, 6 here and the 5, 6 here. And this is now a 3, meaning this is 2 or 5. Because we can do 2, 3, 4 or 3, 4, 5. Down here we get 2, 3, 4. That's not 4, that's not 3, that's not 2. This box needs 1, 3, 5. This isn't 1 or 5, so this has to be 3. That's 2, 4, and 3. This is a 1, 5 pair, which is resolved. This is a 5 now.
Column needs a 6, column needs a 2. We need a 1 and a 4 here. The 4 tells us the order. So up here, this is a 3-6 pair. Down here, this is a 1-5 pair. Here is a 2-3. This 2 tells us the order. That's 3, that's 2, that's 6, that's 3, that's 5 and 6, that's 1 and 5. Last 2 digits are 1 and 4. That's a 1, that's a 4, and we're done. Cool puzzle, Palfly. Always nice when the break-in is top left corner. That helps. And it flowed really well. I think the key spot, of course, was that this is the break-in. The 10 gives you force to be 4-2-3. But then this being 2-3 only, it does kind of catch your eye, doesn't it? With the 6 down here, and then this being a 2-3 only. Hopefully it does, but that seems to be a critical next step. And from there, it flowed very nicely. Cool. Well, let me know how you did. If you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.